Well, I thought I'd better show this step because it's an important part of the construction process, of the thought process as well. I'll start off with, bear with me one moment please. Right. What I'm trying to make is the same shape as this, so I started off by measuring the distance between 2 points on this, and if we joined put triangles between all the points of this, we've got a icosahedron. So the edge length, it was 40 millimeters anyway, the edge length, that's an edge length of an icosahedron, because I want this to be about the same size as this. It should be the same size as this. Because everything in my collection is the same size as this, roughly, within a few millimeters. Anyway, so I plugged that into an icosahedron calculator, which there's plenty of online, some better than others, and that told me that the median diameter of this, which is like in the middle of there somewhere, is 64 millimeters, which is ideal. It's the right size. So then if you think, if I join up the points of one of these, it is a pentagon. So if you plug that edge length into a pentagon calculator, yeah, I know, it gives me the diameter of the circle, which was, I think, 34 millimeters. Yeah, 34 millimeters. So that compass is set, and I drew a circle, 34 millimeters diameter. I drew 2, because 1 I used to do a construction to find the 5 divisions needed for the pentagram, which is that distance there. Then I construct my pentagram and the second circle, and I always keep these compasses at those diameters. Now I'm never going to change those until I finish this project, well, the drawing part of it anyway, because I need to do a final drawing to get the shape to import into Inkscape, and if I change these, you never quite get them right the same again, and you're going to lead to inaccuracy. My next step was to draw this, right, to draw from there's a pentagon that forms inside when you draw the pentagram. You get a little pentagon in the middle. Join all the points of that pentagon back to the centre of the circle, and then that divides this drawing into kites, 5 kite shapes, like so. And those are the tiles that I'm working with in my head. And we know that from the Vladimir Bulatov drawing, that where this needs to intersect is just inside the faces of this shape here. So just the outside of this will be the outside of this, but so you need a bit of space, which is why the curves, to intersect one with another, you know, so they can pass through each other. So I started off by freehanding in a curve to get this tile, and that's a kind of working out my way towards what I need. And then I realised I need a third compass, a little one, and I set that at 6 millimeters and draw a little circle around each point of that pentagon. And that's my clearance. That's where things are going to pass through each other. That's where these pentagrams are going to pass through each other. So then I roughed in that curve, not knowing I needed to do that. Then once I realised I needed to do that, I did it for real, if you like, and then that gives me my proper curves. So my proper curve is like so, and then at the back I'm just trying to be parallel to it roughly until it comes to the end and swings out. So then that gives me one piece that I need. Which is up to that point there. That's one piece. When you look at it on compared to that, if I can get them in the same picture. Like so. Yeah, so the point will join and it'll swing round, give me some clearance, go inside that one coming up and come back out and then swing back round to the point of that. So you can see that should allow you to see how these are going to pass through each other, I hope. Anyway, it should. That's because I've got 6mm there and the width of that is about 4mm, so there's a little bit of like a couple of millimeters of wiggle room there. So now I'm going to redraw this correctly, you know, using a ruler to draw all the straight lines and whatever. Erase everything else, just all I need is one piece of this one section here. That's all I need, is that piece there. Just the outline of it to import into Inkscape, and then I can manipulate that in Inkscape again, get all my templates and guides. So that, I thought that was an important point to bit of the process, really, how things are going to pass through each other, and getting to that point where I understood that well enough to know where I need to create the room for things to pass past each other, hopefully. Thanks for watching.